Well, short term, I want to move up the ranks as soon as I
Okay.
can, so I can get into, grow more into the company.
Okay.
Eventually, I'd love to be able to, one day run my own office because I know we're expanding.
Okay.
But definitely short term, I'm going for TLA right now.
Okay. Awesome. 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 And what were you doing prior to Momentum?
So I was already doing solar. I kind of jumped around solar companies. Initially was in college, but then had something come up with college where it wasn't working for me, so I dropped out and then went on Indeed, found solar, and then just kind of kept sticking with it till I found my home here.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I guess that's what brought you to Momentum. You were transitioning from one industry to another. Sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. And so since you've been here, what have you enjoyed the most since you've been here?
Definitely the energy here is probably like the best I've ever had in a workplace. Like I come into work and it doesn't feel like a job. I just feel like I'm, enjoying every day. And it's one of the first jobs I've ever had where I don't wake up and am miserable to have to go to work. So definitely having a good energy, a good vibe, good leaders here makes it a work. Just feel like I get to go make money and have fun.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So is there anything in particular that just makes the job fun? I know you said the energy, but what is that energy like? Describe that energy.
I mean, we keep it professional, but at the same time, we're able to crack jokes and just like, we're always looking out for each other here. Like when I
Okay.
came here, I was very shy and reserved, and they were able to like, bring out my more energetic and sociable side.
Okay.
And just being able to go around and just talk to people, learn things about people. Like I've met a lot of people, built a lot of connections just working this job. So
Okay. And has that helped you in your personal life as well, just being more outgoing and energetic?
oh, absolutely. I've been able to become a lot more comfortable in social settings, really come out of my shell. So it's definitely been helpful for self growth and also
Okay.
my,
Awesome, awesome. I love it. And what's been the biggest thing that you've learned so far?
for the job specifically, just kind of being a little more assertive, like obviously being respectful to the homeowner, but also being able to tell them like, hey, like we're gonna be out here tomorrow. What time's gonna work for you? Like you're going
Okay.
to sit down and get that info.
Sure.
But in terms of like just like for myself as well, time management and just finding my motivation, finding my why. Like this job definitely helped me like get that
Okay.
situated both for my personal and professional life.
Gotcha. And have you found your why?
Yeah,
Okay. Would you like to share?
yeah, absolutely. So my why is like it's obviously, they're all intricate, but mine starts out with, I don't want to be broke, don't want to be living on the street. So
Okay.
that's the first part. But then also just I want to have more than just working for somebody the rest of my life. I want to use this as a stepping stone to be able to pursue my passions like music
Okay.
and my other creative arts. So to do that, I need to get myself a good foundation, build up some assets, and then be able to have my money work for me eventually.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. And what's been the hardest skill so far?
The hardest skill definitely would be because for me, I was a very shy and reserved person. Being able to come out of my shell and start conversations, be the person to go up and keep the energy level high. That was
Okay.
probably the hardest thing for me to overcome.
Okay. And what would you say is the driving force behind your success?
Definitely the people here, Chicago, Steve, Lamar, they definitely played a big part in getting me to where I am right now. And
Okay.
also just the fact that like, I have a girlfriend at home that like kind of relies on me to put money, towards the rent
Okay.
and everything else. So it's like I have a few motivators that are just keeping me going every morning.
Absolutely. Okay. Good, man. Good. I love it. I love it. And if you can go back and give your day one self advice, what advice would that be?
Um, keep with it. A
Keep
bad
with it.
day doesn't define the next day, Every day is a new opportunity. So I was definitely in
Okay.
my head a lot more when I started, and now
Mhm.
I'm in a better position where if I have a bad day in the field, I don't let it really affect me. Go home, shower, come back the next day, and just have a good day.
Awesome. 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 And last question for you. If you can pass on one piece of advice to someone coming in brand new, what would that be?
Honestly, the same thing I would tell myself, like, look, there's going to be ups and downs with this job, but at the end of the day, you get paid to train and get better. So keep with it, even if you feel like you're having a bad day, you feel like you're having a few bad days. Don't let that define the rest of your week. Anything could turn around within, the snap of your fingers.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure hearing from you and meeting you and sharing that information. And look forward to seeing you in the big lights later on.
Thank you so much
Awesome.
for having me. It's an honor.
All right.